Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Aleph, Pashas Tzav. This is Shiur, and this whole week's Shiurim, in honor of a speedy refuah shlema for Leah Bas Sarah. Should have everything they need. Miracle. We should just share good news. Mitzvah Hashem very, very soon. Thank you for the sponsorship. That with the schutz of our learning and the schutz of the kindness of the sponsorship, these shiurim can continue, and Mitzvah Hashem, only good news will be heard. Okay, so in this week's beautiful sikha, basically the Rebbe is going to discuss, and we're going to discuss today about how we should be excited. You know, one time I read a letter of the Rebbe, not a letter, it was a gem story a few weeks ago. And there's a guy that he became Lubavitcher. One of the things he said, he was very frum and learned a lot of Torah. And he said, we sometimes we got caught up too much in the learning, and we didn't have, we lost the passion or the excitement or the joy. So he came to a ring and he sees everyone dancing and the Rebbe is singing, you know, the singing going wild, and now it made everyone very, very excited. So we're gonna discuss this today. Let's see. Parshas Tzav. The pasuk says in this week's parsha, "Eish tamid karam mizbeach lo yisichver." This is a very beautiful verse. It says, "An eish tamid, a constant fire, should be on the mizbeach and it shouldn't be extinguished, shouldn't get extinguished, constantly burning." So now by Yerushalmi, what is the Yerushalmi comment on this? It says, "Tamid." What does it mean? Eish tamid. What does it mean? Tamid. Tamid. I feel b'Shabbos. Tamid means even on Shabbos. Tamid means afilu betuma, even in impurity. So what are we saying here? That there's a constant fire that should be on the mizbeach and it shouldn't extinguish. Shouldn't extinguish, meaning the Rishalmi says not even on Shabbos and not even in Tuma. So on, you know, Tamid, whatever, you can't. Doesn't matter if it's with Tamid, you still do it. So now, as we've been explaining for forever now, Baruch Hashem, I think we're starting to understand and then internalize this. Everything that we learn in general in Torah, and specifically about the Mishkan and the Mikdash, is also in connection to us. We should make from me a sanctuary and dwell within them. What does it mean within them? Why is it a plural? They should dwell within them. How many sanctuaries are there? But it means we are all a Mikdash, and so within us. So let's see. As we've explained many times, all the ideas and all the avodah of the Mishkan, Mikdash Agashmi, in the physical Mikdash, these physical things, Gam Mishkan or Mikdash also within us in the spiritual one, within every single Yid. So everything that we learn about the Mikdash and the Mishkan, physically, we can also learn it out within ourselves. And how does it apply to us? So what is the Mizbeach? What is the Mizbeach? We said that each Tamid the Kabbalah Mizbeach, that a constant fire should be in the Mizbeach and it should be extinguished. What is the Mizbeach? The Mizbeach is the heart. Now, Kashesh Mizbeach Agashi, just like in the physical Mizbeach. Haya Mizbeach Chitzay and Mizbeach Nimi. Those two Mizbeachs. One was the outer one was the inner one. Kain Liesh Believe. So it's within our hearts. We have Chitzonis Alev, Pneunis Alev. We have the external part of our heart and then internal. Not meaning necessarily in the physical heart. There's two aspects, but it means there's our heart, our emotions, our excitement is the inner aspect of our heart. You know, the inner deep feeling, and then the more external one. So Mizbeach Shalagaba in this. So which Mizbeach are we talking about when we say Eish Tamid Tukar Mizbeach? This constant fire in Mizbeach. This is talking about who Mizbeach in the Adam Mizbeach. And spiritual, that means we have to have islavus, which is like a love, an excitement, geluya, in open, in a revealed way. But chitzonis alev, in the chitzonis, meaning the Adam, halev hachayim likud es elalikus, that the lev, the heart, is alive with this desire for elikus. That we should when someone sees us, they should see, oh wow, this person is excited about godliness. It should be revealed. We should be able to tap into it. We should have it, and we should be able to express it. And this is sort of the goal we're trying to reach. It says back in the day, the Chassidim, they used to be called the Freilches, the happy ones, but they're always like excited, always exciting. And really, that's what people, that's when people should see us. That's how they should see, wow, what is that person on? Like, Whereas unfortunately, if you don't have this, like I had a friend, and he told me he had friends that weren't so frum, or they were in a not as frum environment. And one of the things they said, what's the best thing about a winter Shabbos? You take a Shabbos shluf, and you wake up and wait to Shabbos. So you want to sleep away Shabbos. This is not this is Eish Tamid. This is not that fire, that passion, that excitement that we're talking about. That's not that's unfortunately not. And what we're doing, we're meant to be doing the other one. When someone comes and sees us, and we go to a Shabbos, wherever, or we are someone Shabbos, someone comes to town or sees you, my friends see you, they're like, wow, what are you on? What's exciting you? I want to have some of that. And this is what we're talking about. So Toich and Shabbos, so now we said in the Yerushalmi, so now we understand the Mizbeach is talking about the Chesines Halev, that in a revealed way, we should be happy, excited, people should look at us, wow, I want some of that. But we said that in Yerushalmi says, Loi Sichve shouldn't be extinguished. So this exam should be extinguished. There's Loi B'Shabbos and also not B'Tumah. So what does that mean, Shabbos and Tumah? Now we're going to discuss this. The Teich and Shabbos, so what's Shabbos? Shavisam. Shabbos is resting. He Nazarus, his halis, sort of separating yourself and raising yourself up from the world. On Shabbos, you're not dealing with the world anymore. Like I can say for myself, one thing I enjoy at Shabbos is like, you don't have your phone anymore, and you don't have to worry about work or making parnasa or whatever it is. It's just Shabbos. So Shabbos is sort of separating from the world. That's why you can't work on Shabbos. Mundane work. Shabbos is separated. The nefesh shel adam. So what does that mean? That's the physical Shabbos, halachically, what you're not allowed to work. What does it mean spiritual within us? Pirshadava hasaga, haklita yunis. What does it mean? It means grasping, it means understanding, using your intellect. Because Shabbos einig, called Shabbos einig, pleasure. Machmas is galsa basagasai harehu menuza mikol yana elam. And because of the great light that comes on Shabbos, so we're totally separated from the world. But so what's wrong with that? That's very good. But it can come, God forbid, Adam being that they're dealing with intellect. Now it's Shabbos, I don't have to worry about my world, and I can start to think about holy inyanim. So I get a level above intellect, it's above all emotions, all feelings, and the person's like totally in the clouds. Therefore, it's Shabbos. I don't have to worry about anything, not dealing with mundane anymore. It's all ruchnis, it's all spiritual. I don't have to worry about this fire. The Eish Tamid. I won't have to worry about it. I'm in Kedusha. I'm in learning. I'm in davening. I'm doing all the right things. Therefore, it says even on Shabbos, this passion, this excitement that we have shouldn't be erased, not even on Shabbos. Like we said in the story, this guy, they grew up very religious, and he davened and he learned, he did all the right things perfectly. Said, but the excitement and the joy of Judaism was sometimes a little lacking. And that's what we're saying here, that even on Shabbos referring to not referring to the level of intellect, that a person becomes a cold intellect and they don't have any of the passion. So even then, the Yerushalmi is telling us, or the deeper level of understanding of the Yerushalmi, it's teaching us that you should have that passion and excitement, even on Shabbos, or even when you're intellectually involved and you're learning, and it's very nice, still have that passion. Now, what does it mean? Betumah. Eish Tumid to come back, shouldn't be extinguished, even Betumah. On the other hand, and this is a very beautiful idea, Adam Eimed Miruchak Preshesh She'enlei Chas v'Shalom Kol Keshem. What happens? A person can be distant. We're Betumah. we feel ourselves distant. And it doesn't mean that we're physically distant, meaning that we actually do something wrong. It could be us in our mind that we feel this way. So what do we say to ourselves? I have no connection. Me to do these things, and we just give up on ourselves, and we say, "So no, we can't. How am I supposed to do that? I'm not there." So what do we say to him? The Yerushalmi says, even betuma, even if you're tummy, even if you're doing the wrong things, even if you find yourself in the wrong place, and you're like, and you're honest with yourself, and you know that you're in the wrong place. Don't give up on yourself. Don't say, it's done. I'm finished anyway. This is Tachbus Yates. The Yitzhar gets you. Me to daven, as the story goes, I don't know if it's 100% true, but the vart is 100% true. That they asked someone once, asked the chassid, what is a chassid? So he said a chassid is someone that doesn't aver on Yom Kippur, and the next day davens ba'avodah. Meaning, normally we're going to say to ourselves, chas v'shalom, you do something wrong Yom Kippur. Let's say you eat Yom Kippur, chas v'shalom. So you say to yourself, I'm gone, done. Like I'm betuma. I have no connection anymore. So who cares? So then you keep on doing more affairs. Why? Because I'm disconnected. But what we're learning here for the Yerushalmi is Eish Tamid, that passion, that excitement should always be there, even betuma. Even if you do something wrong, don't cut yourself off. Don't push yourself away. He says, the Rebbe says, don't put your heart to the situation. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't say to yourself, where am I holding? I did that wrong. Where am I now? Don't extinguish. The only thing you should worry about, she'eish tamid. You should have this passion constantly going. It shouldn't be extinguished. And our job is to raise up this fire, this excitement, this passion, this hislavus, this love that we have. We have love for whatever it is. Let's try to transform that love to having it for Yiddishkeit, for Torah mitzvahs, for davening, for learning, for doing Jewish things, and have that love and have that passion. You're gonna say, but yesterday, you know what I did? Don't think about that. Don't worry about that. That's not now. For sure, is not the time. Now the time is to be excited and have that passion. And through focusing on that and working and focusing on that idea, what will happen? It won't get extinguished. You won't have this issue anymore. It'll go away. And this is another beautiful word to the Rav Magid. He says, what does this mean? This pasuk, how does he touch? He goes, so the simple pasuk is Eish Tamid to come Mizbeach. The constant fire should be on Mizbeach and it shouldn't be extinguished. So the Rav Magid says that this constant fire should be on Mizbeach, that through having that constant fire on Mizbeach, through having that passion, that excitement, the not good, the negative sichbeh will be extinguished. Simple way of explaining it is you shouldn't extinguish it. The fire should not get extinguished. But the Rav Mag is saying the negative should be extinguished. The loy sichbeh, not loy sichbeh should be extinguished. The negative sichbeh should be extinguished. So this is such a beautiful vart. The Rebbe said on Purim. And so just to recap, so remind ourselves that we learned from the pasuk of Eish Tamid Kol Mizbeach, there should be a constant fire in the Mizbeach and it shouldn't be extinguished. We're learning out that we all have a Mizbeach within us. We have this Mizbeach, Mizbeach Chitzayin, this outer expression of our heart and our love and our desire, and that should be all with kedusha and like this passion and this fire and this excitement, and it shouldn't be extinguished. And even though, and we said from the Yerushalmi, it says that there's Mizbeach, it says afilu b'Shabbos afilu b'Tuma. What does it mean? Afilu b'Shabbos afilu b'Tuma. That even on Shabbos, with Shabbos you can become more intellectual, meaning not the physical day of Shabbos, but the Shabbos mindset, that it's all kedusha and all holy and all spiritual and all connected. So I don't need to have this passion, this fire. So what does the Yerushalmi teach us? Even on Shabbos, even when you're intellectual, you still have to have that fiery passion. And also when it comes to, we talk about even betuma, even if you look at your situation, you say, hey, I'm tamei, loy sichva. And like the Rav Magid says, through trying to keep the mizbeach aflame, the loy, the negative, all the things that the problems, sichva will be extinguished. The mitzvah Hashem, all of us, we should be excited and pumped, and especially coming to Pesach, where before Pesach there's a lot of opportunities to stress out and to feel you're not good enough, chas v'shalom. So we should take the message of this tzidcha, and we should have excitement and bring the excitement to our families and wherever we are. And people say, hey, what's going on with you? And you say, I'm learning chassidus, and I have this eish tamid that it's loy sichva. And when we do that, the loy, whatever is the loy, will sichva, will automatically be taken away. Have an amazing day, everybody.